One of the most important things to manage in our households is humidity or moisture. One of the biggest contributors in our households are showers or bathtubs. And the most proven way to deal with this is to remove that humidity generated by the shower with an exhaust fan. I upgraded this bath fan after the house was built to improve airflow, to increase the amount of CFMs of air this exhaust fan removes from the house to try to keep up with the shower. But it's still not enough. That this needs to run longer than what you're in the shower. The best way I found to deal with this is to use a timer. I've got one installed here already, but I found a new one from BNLink that's an improvement over this one, so I wanted to share it with you. The reason why I wanted to share it with you is I found it's actually somewhat difficult to find a nice timer at a big box store. This BNLink is through Amazon, makes it really convenient to order. Purchase link in the video description below. This one is from a big box store, and I'm going to show you the benefits of the BNLink over this one. So first of all, the interface on this one is nice and clean, it's smooth, and we've got more options. We've got a simple on-off button here. And then I like the times. We've got up to 4 hours. So depending on what you're doing, in the transition periods of spring and fall here in the upper Midwest of the United States, where you're not doing a lot of heating or cooling, the indoor moisture in your house can get significantly higher than where you want it to be. So the ability to go up to 4 hours is really cool. You can have this thing run for half the day, try to get that humid air out of the house. And the one thing I've had with this over time is it doesn't seem to completely cut off power to the exhaust fan. Now it's hard to pick up on video, but when the timer's off, the fan still makes this slight squeaking sound from the bearing just slowly turning. It's still getting a little bit of voltage, even though the timer's off. So I'm hopeful that this new timer is going to solve that problem and give us increased run times with a better interface. All right, install went pretty good. You do need a deep electrical box, especially if you're putting in a 2-gang box with multiple connections in there. You're gonna need that depth to fit a timer, and that's nothing exclusive to this one. That's all timers. They're significantly deeper than a standard outlet or a light switch. One of the things I ran into is it comes with this faceplate, which is pretty nice, that clips into place. But because we have a 2-gang box, we can't use this. And what you do on most of these cover plates is have these small painted screws, and there are holes for them here, but they're not threaded, and they're too big to self-tap into. So we got to figure out some way to make these screws work with this timer. We made it work with this cover plate temporarily, but long term what I'm going to do, they make 2-gang versions of this clip-on style, which is nice. There's no exposed fasteners. Nice heavy duty wall plate. I like it. Just I'm going to have to order it through Amazon. And there is a retrofit for the switch, but I think I'm going to go with a white rocker switch and the dual gang cover plate. So we've got the 2 large rectangles that'll look better. But just one of those things that you're not quite expecting when you go into a project. So hopefully you can learn from this. Functionality of the timer is great. There's no more vampire power getting to the fan and creating that squeaking sound. That's been eliminated. So this is performing very well. And like I said, I like those longer run times. I found this screwless wall plate on Amazon, and it replaced the light switch with a paddle switch in white to match. We need to replace it with a panel, so we have this rectangular shape, not the traditional light switch shape. Maybe these are available in that, but I didn't find any. There is one hang up yet though. We need this black plastic piece for the screwless wall plate to clip onto. I thought these were kind of standard and it would work like the individual wall plate that the timer comes with, but it doesn't. So again, these screws on the timer side are not in threaded holes, they're just in there. So we're gonna see what it looks like if we clip this into place. We might have to do something to secure this better. So actually, that doesn't work out too bad. No wall is perfect, so we got a little bit of a gap there, but from this side of things, looks pretty good. If it clipped in here, maybe that would be a touch tighter. I thought about using partial command strip to basically adhere that black piece to the timer itself. But it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere, it's not gonna fall off the wall. Looks just fine, so I'm gonna leave it alone so I can take it apart in the future if I have to. So overall, I really like this BNLink timer. They make good products, check it out. Just be aware if you use this, you gotta do something different with your wall plate if you have a more than single gang box that you're putting it on. If it's just a single electrical, the timer on its own, it comes with a nice wall plate, you won't have any issues. It comes in when you've got multiple switches. You might have to do something like this. Link in the description below for the timer, for other BNLink products, and the wall plate that I used, also the toggle switch. If you found any value in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's the best way to support me and additional videos like this. Thanks for watching. Adios.